Good morning.
Good morning, Harshavardhan. Welcome one and all, Sarthak, Harshavardhan, Mustakin, Chandra and all. I will start. Those who come later, they will join. So I will start now. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Today,
Good afternoon, sir.
as a continuation of this heat conduction through composite cylinder. So what we studied in the last class, what is the equation for heat flow through a cylinder in radial direction? Note on the difference between plane wall. We have studied composite walls. In the composite walls, when we take a different thickness of the walls, all the planes were, all walls are having plane surfaces. But here, heat conduction through a composite cylinder. You can see here in the sketch. This is a composite cylinder. So in this composite cylinder, hot fluid is flowing here. Okay, and there are two layers, layer A and layer B, and then heat flows out through the circular surface. That is, heat is there, hot fluid inside, and this heat flows through A and B to the outer surface. See, from the hot fluid to A, so there is a hot fluid, so the heat flow is through convection. Through A, it is a solid material, that is conduction. Again through B, it is conduction, and again from B to atmosphere, which is through conduction. Okay, so all these details are given here. What is the inside temperature, outside temperature, A, B, and remember T1 is at the inner surface of A, T2 is in between A and B, and T3 is at outside surface temperature. TCF is the cold fluid, that is air, and THF inside is the hot fluid inside the printer. Now we can write one equation. See here, let us say convection from hot fluid to inside surface of A. Now that is through convection. Now this we have studied. See here, Q is equal to heat convection H into 2 pi R1 into L into that 2 pi R1 into L is nothing but area. Okay, that is the circumference into length of the tube, that is area into difference. This we have already studied. The next part, because from here to here, from inside to outside, Q is same, analogous to current, as current I is same throughout the circuit, Q is same. Therefore, in the second layer, that is in layer A, that is through conduction, that is a circular object. Last class we derived this equation. The Q is equal to Ka into 2 pi L T1 minus T2 divided by ln of R2 by R1. This we derived the last class. Similarly, through B also it is shown here. What is see here? This is ln R3 by R2. Similarly, finally, from outside surface to the atmosphere, HCF into 2 pi R3 into L is the outside surface area, and T3 minus TCF. Okay, so this is the heat equation. Now we do the same equation. For example, if you take this equation, that is Q is equal to HF and something is there, no? So there we can make THF minus T1, we can take the left side, and the left side you can see here in this THF minus T1 is equal to Q by something. Similarly, from all equation we can get the temperature difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. So many equations are there. Okay, and now let us do one thing. This is first equation, second equation, third equation, fourth equation. We got it. Let us add all the left hand side. THF minus T1 plus T1 minus T2 plus T2 minus T3 plus T3 minus TCF. All minus plus cancels, and what you see here, so this is THF minus TCF. Similarly, these things right hand side added, and 2Q by 2 pi L is taken common, and from some simplification we will get this equation. The equation is oh, 1 minute. It is not going, I think. Okay, see now this Q by 2 pi L is taken outside, and some simplification is done. Then we get the equation, that is 2.70 or 2.69. You can see this first part, and see, this is the first part. This is due to convection. The outside part is also convection. So this is A, and this is through B. These are all thermal resistance if you take 2 pi L into the denominator. Okay, so we get Q is equal to something through the composite wall. See here, if there is convection is neglected, that is the hot fluid to solid, and outside also solid to hot fluid, then we can write this equation: 2 pi L T1 minus Tn plus 1 sigma 1 by n ln of R2 by R1 plus ln of R3 by R2, like that. See here, ln R2 by R1 by Ka, ln R3 by R2 by Kb. Like that we can calculate what is the heat flow. If there are 3 layers, so then these 3 layers will be there. So this you have to study. And this composite wall, a simple example is there. See, 2.35. A thick walled tube of stainless steel with a 20 mm inner diameter and 40 mm outer diameter is covered with a 30 mm layer of asbestos. See, you see the sketch here. The sketch actually it is circular in shape. While taking this, while scanning, it is appearing like oval shape. There are 2 layers, A layer and B layer, and inside temperature is 600 degrees centigrade, outside temperature is 1000 degrees centigrade, and the convection is neglected here, and the radius are calculated. R1 is how much, R2 is how much, and R3 is how much, and R1, R2 radius and all you can, because stainless 20 inner diameter, outer diameter, all those things given, you can calculate what is radius, inside radius, outside radius, all those things. T1 is known, T2 is known, T3 is known, and you can see, you can apply this formula. They have asked us to find per unit length. Therefore, take L is equal to 1 meter. Okay, T1 is known, T3 is known, R2, R1 known, Ka is thermal conductivity of material A and Kb is thermal conductivity of material B. Using this equation, we can calculate what is the heat flow from inside cylinder to the outside surface or outside surroundings through the two concentric circles, that is A and B. It's a very simple example is given how to use this equation. See, this equation is very important. Q is equal to 2 pi L T1 minus T3. If there are 3 layers, then in the denominator you have to take 3 additions. If there are 4 layers, 4 additions will be there. And in the numerator you see T1 minus T3. You have to take the inside temperature and outside temperature, and intermediate temperatures are neglected in this equation. And when we do this equation, solve this equation, we get 558.57 watt joules per second per meter is the answer. So this is a very simple example, but in your syllabus only problems will be asked from Cartesian coordinates. Cylindrical coordinates ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ spherical coordinates ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ I wanted to skip this section, but when I went to see the next module, these are all interrelated. These basic things are very much essential for next modules. That's why I am taking up these things. Now let us go to heat conduction through hollow sphere. Same thing, last class we did hollow cylinder. This time we are doing heat conduction through hollow sphere. You know the difference, cylinder and sphere. Okay, only the difference is general heat conduction equation and surface area. There in the cylinder we are taking surface area is 2 pi r, that is circumference into length of the pipe. In the sphere you have to take the surface area as 4 pi r square. That's the only thing you have to remember. And finally we have to see this equation is very important. Remember this for both cylinder and also for sphere. This is Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by that R thermal. This you have to remember. So if it is a multi-composite cylinder, it continues. That's all. For each sphere, you have to use R2, R1 different, and you have to write this equation. Here we have to derive this equation. R thermal, no? RQ is equal to what? That we have to derive. And same R1, R2, we are taking a strip here. And inside temperature is the T1, outside temperature is T2, at R1 T1, at R2 T2, and we have taken away thin layer of radius dr. All those things you can write. See, this is the general equation in spherical form. Okay, there in the cylinder we have taken polar coordinates. Here we are taking spherical coordinates. Here we have to take only the first equation. All things will be 0 except 1 by r square dou by dou r into r square dou t by dou r. The remaining things pi and theta in that direction, there is no heat moment. We are taking heat moment flow of heat only in the radial direction. So now therefore that 1 by r square t by dr. So here, so this is now this is the equation that is equated to 0, one dimensional, radial direction only, no heat generation, and there is no change in temperature with respect to time. So this we can write it in different form, because if we expand it, you will get this one, U into V. I had explained you the last class. Now, if this is to be 0, r square cannot be 0. Only, sorry, to make it this differentiation of this one is 0. Then 1 by r square is missing here. 1 by r square is cannot be 0. Sorry, not missing. It cannot be 0. Therefore, this r square dt by dr differentiation should be 0, then r square dt by dr should be a constant. Using this, now we have to calculate ordinary integration, and we have to find this equation by integrating t is equal to c by ra plus c1. Now, as usual, c and c1 we have to find using boundary conditions, and t1 at t1 at r1 temperature is t1, at r2 temperature is t2. Do all these things, calculate c and c1, and finally we will get one equation, that is equation 2.74, that we get, that is differential equation is solved to get an equation for t is equal to something in equation 2.7. That equation is very, very important, because using that temperature T, we can calculate what is the heat flow. That 2.74 gives the temperature inside the wall of the sphere at radius r. R1 is inside temperature, R is at any side, sorry, anywhere in between outside and inside radius. R2 is outside radius. ಯಾವುದೇ radius ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ we can use this. ಇದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ t1 t2 t minus t1 something dimensionless form, that is not important. Now using this equation 2.74, ಯಾವುದು 2.74 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು q ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. q ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ the formula is q is equal to minus ka dt by dr, and a is, this is what I told you. See, this is important. Here the surface area is 4 pi r square, because this is a sphere. And temperature equation we got, difference d by dr of the temperature t, that is equation 2.74, we derived that. Put that t value here, differentiate it. The only variable is r, therefore these two terms are constant, and this term, and only thing remaining is this term and 1 by minus 1 by r1. So this we have to multiply, and then because r is the only variable here, by doing this we will get to see here that is constant, this is constant, and minus 1 by r is there now. So it's minus 1 by r square is the differentiation of that. By solving all these things, finally we get a very important equation, that is q is equal to t1 minus t2 to r2 minus r1 here. And this is what I told you, and this is very, very important equation. Q is equal to t1 minus t2, and whatever is there in the denominator, that is r2 minus r1 divided by 4 pi k r1 r2 is the thermal resistance. So in all equations, that may be a plane wall or plane composite wall, or it may be a cylindrical cylinder or a composite cylinder, a sphere or a composite sphere, it anywhere. So the only thing is the thermal resistance will change to some extent, and you should remember all those formula to calculate what is the heat flow in one direction, because this chapter we are dealing with only one dimensional heat equations. Other two dimensions we are not taking into consideration. Then let us come to Harsha's method. Harsha is very happy with the second method. He says, sir, alternate method is very easy. Right? This is the alternative method is there, and in the alternative method, so only separating variables is important. Q is so here Q is 4k into 4 pi r square dt by dr. 4 pi r square is, that is surface area A minus k into A dt by dr, and taking r variable on left side and t variable on the right side, integrate it from r1 to r2, and right side integrated from t1 to t2. we will get the same equation as 2.77. You can see Q is equal to T1 minus T2. Again, same. Only 3-4 steps are there. Both are important. Okay. Only thing is you have to remember this formula for cylinders, plane wall, and spheres. And finally, I will show you the composite logarithmic mean area for hollow sphere. Here, when the sphere ನೀವು ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ವಾಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ತಗೋಬೇಕು? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್. Temperature T1, T2 should be same, and thickness of both the plane wall and the sphere should be almost same, and the heat transfer Q should also be same. For that, what should be the surface area of the plane wall? That's what the logarithmic mean area for hollow sphere. Understood? So here we are making an equivalent plane wall which gives same effect as sphere. See, through the sphere we know what is the heat flow equation. If the plane is considered, so this is, we know, L by KAM. L is R2 minus R1 and KAM. This AM, how much we have to take so that Q sphere and Q plane wall will be same. So by equating those two same, so we get say by solving all these equations, we will get AM is equal to 4 pi R1 R2 or AM square is equal to, see, 4 by squaring this term, 4 pi R1 into 4 pi R1, that is 4 pi R1 square and 4 pi R2 square. And remember, 4 pi R1 square is the inside surface of the sphere. 4 pi R2 square is the outside surface of the sphere. That is why AM square is A into A naught is taken, and AM is root of A into A naught, and this A suffix M is called logarithmic mean, that is 4 pi Rm square. Okay, that is 4 pi R1 into AM is equal to 4 pi Rm square, or Rm is the logarithmic mean radius. This I will explain in the class. Okay, the last part is the same equation. Now, last part of this one is heat conduction to a composite sphere. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು. Same condition, hot fluid inside, air outside. There are 4 layers: inside convection, outside convection, and there are 2 spheres A and B. Using same equation, you can see here, you can calculate Q is same everywhere, but if Q ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಂದನು ಸೇಮ್ Q will be going out. ಇಲ್ಲಿ Q ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು from each layer, the Q is the flow of heat rate. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಕನ್ವೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ this one is the equation. Second layer, A layer ಗೆ this is equation, B layer ಗೆ this is equation, and C layer is, this one is the equation. And by adding all these things, by adding all left hand side, right hand side, just in composite cylinder, we will get one equation, that is Q is equal to 4 pi of THF minus TCR 4 divided by this one. Again, if you neglect convection heat transfer, first one and last one, then we can get get this equation, or generally you can write this one, where R2 minus R1. You can see here, there are two layers, you have to take two additions of R2 minus R1 divided by Ka into R2 R1 into R2. So you can see here, R2 minus R1 divided by Ka R1 R2. Second layer is there, R3 minus R2 divided by Kb into R2 into R3, and the numerator will be same. So ಈ terms ಗಳು it depends on number of walls. Walls ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ denominator additional terms ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. And it's extreme end ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು this part and this part. These two are the thermal resistance due to convection. So ಇದು ಈಗ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. R1 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, R2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, T1 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, T2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. You have to calculate what is Q. And this is the important equation. Calculate all those things. Q, T1 minus T2, R2 minus R1, 4.5K, R1 R2. Direct problem. ಇದು ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ at what rate heat flows ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you will get the value rate of heat leakage is equal to 1088.67 watt. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ T1 ಮತ್ತೆ T2 ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಔಟರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ 220 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಡ್. Temperature difference is given. Difference between inner and outer surface is 220 degree. T1 minus T2 direct ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. T1 ಮತ್ತೆ T2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. Therefore, we can take T1 minus T2 is equal to 220, and finally we can apply this formula to calculate what is the heat flow. And from next class, I will take the second module, that is heat flow critical insulation, and also heat flow through extended pins. That is very important. After completing that chapter, again I will take up metal forming unit, and by that time we meet, I think we should complete all 4 or 5 modules. And once again, let us repeat the same thing in the classroom. Then you will get it better. Thank you for joining this online session, and I am expecting same cooperation from side. If there are any problems, you please put that problem in WhatsApp group. Let me know that. Thank you one and all. Harsha, if you are listening, you please send me the attendance. That screenshot you please send through the WhatsApp group. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.